It's Monique from Extension Bar LA, and I just wanted to show you guys the clip-in extensions that they just sent me from Kylisstof, and I wanted to unbox them in front of you guys so you can see how cute their packaging is and what it comes with. Before you open it, you have to open your sample first to make sure that you have the matching color. Wow, they give you a lot. What I love is that when I get it from other places, they don't give you this much, so you have a lot to choose from. This is my model, Brittany. She is a dancer, so she needs to whip her hair back and forth and around. And she already uses extensions, and she gets them from like a franchise place that don't last as long. And I think she's gonna be really excited about these because they're such high quality hair. I also wanted to show everybody how you install them because somebody like Brittany has to install them basically every day, and I'm making a U around her whole head to make sure, because an extension isn't going to go straight across, it's going to U around the head. So I'm going to tease 4 different pieces in the hair. Does that make sense? And then I'll just do a big piece on 4 in case I need to move it around. So just basically teasing all the way around the head, so if I need to move it around or you need to move it around, you can because all your pieces are teased and it's not gonna slip away. And your hair is so fine that you have to, or it's gonna literally slip. And yeah, because you're moving your head around.
Oh yeah, I've had nightmares before. I can tell I like these clips already too, they seem sturdy.
Oh, good. So just to reiterate what we just did, because I know girls like don't know how to do extensions or don't know how to put clip-in extensions in. I tease in a U shape because that's how your head shape goes. I teased 4 different spots, and then I made sure I moved it around because of the way her head shape goes to where it fits exactly where the shape of her head is. And then I'm going to show the second row. So I take about 2 inches from the bottom and do another part. And again, I'm doing a U shape with the shape of her head. And again, I know that I'm only going to be putting 3 in the back, which is enough for her because her hair is so fine. You don't want to see it.
Now, how do I know which extensions go where?
So they all have different number, amount of clips. So always on the bottom of your head, or mid shaft. And people do it differently, but this is how I do it. I put 4. So that you always have 4, 3, 2.
Oh, okay.
So you just think of it like that. Biggest to smallest.
Got it.
And I always start with the middle one. How does that feel tight?
Yeah, it does.
See, that's what makes a girl feel the best is when those extensions are tight in there and secure and know that they're not going to fall out. Every girl has a calyx, so whatever I do any kind of extension, I look for the calyx. So I move it around. There's her calyx right there. We're gonna go 1 inch away from the calyx. So you see that there's the calyx, but I lift up and it's not even close to the calyx. I'm gonna tease one more time. For the sides, they give you these little ones because, from ear back, you have a small portion. You're gonna put 2 and 2 on each side. So always spray. Spray tease, just have that in your head. Spray tease. And then I'm taking the second one, and it's just about 1 inch above where the last one. But like what I'm doing is I'm adding a piece from the back to tease, so you're like making it all flow together.
It seems to always be my problem. Like two textures matching each other.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
The best thing to do, any kind of extensions has basically a coating, it's like a conditioning treatment, right? So to rinse out that conditioning treatment helps. So if it's just super straight and you need a little bit of bounce or wave to it, it gives it back to life. So you can rinse it out. You don't even have to put anything else in it. Maybe a little bit of conditioner. I always suggest that when you first get clip-ins, just to get out that coating, that conditioner, and then dry it a little, and then put it in your hair, and then curl.
Got it.
And that'll help with the texture.
And one of my other big questions was when you're curling, do I curl my real hair too, or does that ruin the illusion?
That is such a great question. You always want to curl with your own hair in the extension.
Oh, okay.
To blend them all together.
And you want to use a heat protector on your fake hair as well?
Yeah, because you have to treat it like your own hair. So it has cuticle, it gets split ends, it can get damaged, just like our own hair. So you need to protect it like your own hair.
Okay.
Brittany was just telling me that she would just stack her extensions and put as many as she could in and really low. I, on the other hand, put less and space them out. Because she has such fine hair, you have to be really careful with damage. So you can't be stacking them because the clip-ins are heavy and they will be pulling your hair. And you are teasing, and the prolonged use of that you can get breakage. So you're putting less in. So what we had to do, even though I went under her calic because her hair is super fine, I still had to tease above. So you girls would definitely want to tease when you have fine hair. So I just teased all around. And as you can see, just from teasing, it's these little tiny tricks that you don't think of that help cover so you can't see the extensions. So our final step, we got them all in, is I'm gonna curl it and then cut it, because that's the Hale way to do it. I like curling and then cutting because I don't want to cut the length off so much. So by curling it, it's gonna shorten a little, and then I'm gonna cut it. You always want to take some sections. What I'm using next, the dry texturizing spray by Orbe, which is again my favorite of all time. Love you, Orbe. Hashtag Orbe check. So I'm using a 1 1/4 Hot Tools. And like we were talking about before, we're doing a beach wave. So I'm curling, but I'm basically leaving out the ends. And I'm getting your own hair with the extension. And you can see I'm kind of leaving out the ends, because we don't want that tight curl. So it is better to have the natural oils of your hair to make sure the curl stays. 3 days, 4 days old is better. When you do wash your hair, it's best to use a sulfate paraben-free shampoo and conditioner, just to, basically use the best on your hair. You can get those anywhere. So we just did a nice soft beachy wave on her with my 1 1/4 curling iron. As you can see, it's the nice LA beach wave. It's not some tight curls. But now, Brittany and me talked about it. You said you like the length.
I love the length.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we're not gonna really cut the length. I like the ends. I might cut it a little bit once I cut into it. But what I'm gonna do now is just cut into it a little bit so it blends with her own hair. I wanted to thank everybody for watching, all my followers for watching. I want to thank Brittany. Thank you so much for being my model. I'm so excited to come back in a month and see how these extensions go. I think they're going to be great after whipping your hair back and forth. I want everybody to tune in to my new YouTube channel, All Hale Hair, and this is Monique Hale from Extension Bar LA.